Afjam Radio, where creativity meets ingenuity. Don't want to pay for high monthly subscription, but need to hear your favorite artists on the go? Afjam Radio is global, 24/7 global. Whether you're in the high hills of South Africa, Europe, the Caribbean, Asia, or US of A, we are your mainstay. Curious yet? Listen to our conversations, interviews, audio movies, poetry, storytelling, and so much more. Feeling down and need inspiration? We play daily motivations on the hour every day just for you.
Hard times the people them are feeling.
Have questions about clarity? Our rich, crisp sound is literally music to your ears. Come check us out at www.afjamradio.com. Afjam, finally, radio.
Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Esinam, and she is a high school teacher at Wesley Grammar School in Dansoman, Accra. I hope I get that right. She teaches literature in English and also English language. She's also a drama and dance patron at the school. This is the very first in a series of many of The Voice of Africa, and I'm so happy to. Of course, it's a female, yes. So I tip my hat to you. You know, mothers, women who are the carriers of life and the nurturer and all of those good stuff. So it's, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that she has graced the very first program with herself, and her eloquence and her beauty and all the things that she comes with as a woman and also as a daughter of the soil of Africa.
Let people know
so,
who you
without
are,
further ado,
how all
stay
this
tuned.
myth or how all these stories surrounding your name, your background comes to light, so that they can appreciate you more.
Yes.
Instead of them teasing and laughing about your name, where you come from,
Yeah.
and they hear the stories around them, it makes it look so interesting. So from time to time, our drama performance goes beyond Ghana tradition.
Mm-hmm.
We even perform Nigerian culture.
Really?
We perform North. Oh, yes. Last Saturday, the play we enacted, it was Nigerian background.
Wow.
Maybe I'll have time to send it to you. You watch.
Yes.
It was so nice.
Yes.
It was a Nigerian setting.
Wow. So let me say this to you. First of all, if you don't mind, what tribe do you belong? Are you from the Wa tribe too?
No, I'm Ewe. I come from the Volta region.
Ewe.
Yes.
Okay. There is one thing. I have several Ewe friends there's this beautiful girl in Ghana. Her name is Dempsey and she sings. I will play her song sometime right after I finish the program so you can listen to it.
Okay.
When I came there to do the show in 2022, some of the musicians they're from the Ewe tribe, and I want to shout out to Jawin. His name is Godwin, I think that's his name. Yes, so he's Ewe tribe, and also another brother that plays the keyboard, King Benja. He's also so big up. So shout out to all my Ewe friends in Ghana today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and brother Sam, don't feel bad. I know you're from Wa tribe, so shout out to you too.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Akan people. Shout out to the all the tribes in Ghana.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, and so now, this is something that is very important to us, names, and to you, to Africans. Yes. Names are very important. But to us on this side of the world, parents, we have names.
But we really do not know what it means. For example, my name is Diana. I did look it up one day. It says Diana means little song, right? That's what it says. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the origin of it. I don't know the roots of it. But you're, yeah.
As for our names, we start from your day of born.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are born on Sunday and you are a girl, you are called Akosia.
Okay.
So from the day you are born, you already have a name.
Wow. Akosia.
And if you are a twin, you call you Atakosia. Atakwesi.
Atakose.
If you are a male, you are called Kwesi.
Oh. I love it. It is so beautiful to hear you say the
and then
language.
we have the position of birth. If you are the firstborn,
Mm-hmm.
you are called, if you are, for instance, if you are from the royal, if your father is installed as a king, and you are the firstborn after the installment, we call you Ahinkai,
Oh my.
the firstborn of a king.
Firstborn of a king. Could you say that
Yes.
again?
Ahinkai.
Wow, I'm not going to try to
That
pronounce
is
it.
Akan.
Oh, that's Akan.
You're not going to trust that one.
No. I'm not going to try.
So we have the day borns, we have the position of birth,
Yeah.
and then we have circumstance around birth.
Oh.
If you are a twin, we call you Tewia.
I see.
And if you are named after someone, a great person, we add Nana to your name, Mame to your name, Papa. So if I name you after my mother and you are a girl, I call you Mame, my mother.
Oh.
Then I'll add my mother's name to it.
My God, it's so beautiful. It makes me
If you
teary.
are born and your parents are dead, or one of your parents, if your father, your mother is dead, we call you Anto. You didn't come to meet your parents.
Wow. So
So our
go ahead.
names have meanings around. So the moment the name is mentioned, you know the circumstance surrounding your name.
Yes.
With the exception of the names we don't understand. The dialects that you don't understand.
Yes.
That one you cannot guess the circumstance. But for accounts, this is the circumstance of birth and then the position and then how the names are given.
Wow. You know, that is so important. That is so, because a person can just say your name. If you tell someone your name, they can know your circumstance. They can know
Yes.
that whether you belong to a kingly tribe or whether you were
Yes.
named after someone's mom or
Ordinary,
yeah.
or just,
You know, that
that is for the accounts.
for the Akans. Wow, that is so beautiful.
Yes.
I wish on this side we had the opportunity to do that, and that is the reason why now, yeah, because it's beautiful, you know. That's the reason now.
You can't just give birth and give the child any name of your choice.
Wow.
So when you give birth, you consult we believe in the extended family.
Yes. Okay.
So when you give birth, it is the husband who decide the name to give to the child. And the husband will consult the father. That's, Daddy, I want to name my child after you. Permission. Okay, permission granted. Then this is my name. This is why I was given this name. No, my name, the circumstance around the name, I have struggled in life. So I wouldn't want you to name your son after me because of this 1, 2, 3. As I would prefer this name be given to the child.
Oh my goodness.
So when you give birth, you have to go through process to get the name for the child.
That is so beautiful. Let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a question. Well, I hope it doesn't, rub you the wrong way. For example, being like, us here on this side, we love to hear, for example, and I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I listen to the Ewe language, and even though I don't know everything that you know, I hardly ever know anything, just some 1-2 words. But I listen to the Ewe language, and I listen to the Dagomba tribe people. And some of the words are kind of the same. I think that they're very pretty language. The Dagomba, I say it all the time. I hope the other Africans don't feel badly, but because I don't know that much.
No. You don't feel bad.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the Ewe and the Ewe and the Dagomba language. Kind of have some similar sounding to me. That is to me in my ears. That's how it sounds. But okay.
Yeah, I do also have that, but because I don't understand the Dagomba, anytime I hear the sounds, these people, their language, they think there's some 1 or 2 sounds that sound similar. And when I ask, they said, no, they're not the opposite.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Wow. So let me ask you this though. Seeing that you are an African and you know your roots, you know your heritage, you know your people, you know your language, when you are called a different name, like if you were a Christian, or, if for some reason they give you a non-African name, does that sit well with you as an African?
It's our parents who gives us the name. So sometimes you grow and you wouldn't like the name, but so long as your parents have given you that name, you maintain it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even but the English name.
My English name. I asked my mother why she gave me that name. She said she didn't give me the name. It's my father's friend who gave me the name. The day I was born, my father was not at home. Mm-hmm. So the friend came around and said, "Oh, what a beautiful child. We'll call her Cecilia." And my mother said, so if we say she's Cecilia, why are you calling her Cecilia? So it's a prophetic name. And my mother believed it.
Oh.
But my mother was an illiterate, so she didn't understand anything. Oh. And I think the name sounded good to her, so she just accepted it. And they didn't want to name me, give me English name, because they were not English.
Yes.
They didn't understand English. So for English name, I was not having it. So they both gave me 2 different names.
Okay.
And they added the English one to it. So
Okay. But okay, I see. Well, as you know, Brother Sam will tell you, I am a stickler for the African name. I love the African people. Yeah. I love the African name. Everything about me is Africa. Everything.
Yes, I'll see you one day.
You will. And before you go, I want to ask you this question. Yes, are you there? Right. I would like to ask you this question. I don't know how much you know about, well, as a teacher, are you allowed to teach or does your school teach about slavery and the diaspora and what happened during slavery?
Our courses are such that as you progress, you specialize. Mm-hmm. You all did the basics in history. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The basics in history. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah. Hello, I'm here. Somebody was calling through. I do social studies, so do the history aspect of it. So as you progress, you specialize. So I specialize in English language and then in literature.
Okay.
So I did the African literature and then the non-African literature. And then, so we study history from primary school through to the junior high school, and the senior high school we specialize.
Okay.
So we have history as a subject.
Okay.
For the social science students.
Okay. So when you talk about,
if I am teaching African literature, then I can teach some part of the African history.
Okay. But and that's great. But do
like on the curriculum, do you all know what happened when they, according to the literature, that they brought us here on this side? Have you ever heard like some of the gruesome and terrible things that happened to the people that were taken through the door of no return by Elmina Castle? Do you get a chance to learn about those things in Ghana, like what happened to us over here?
Yes.
Okay.
We have the chance to learn, and we go to the excursion to see the door of no returns at Cape Coast.
Right.
You go, yes, you will be taken there to see how slaves were brought from different parts of Africa and what they go through before they are taken through that door.
Yeah.
When you go there, in fact, if you had not eaten before entering there, when you come back, you wouldn't eat.
My gosh.
The sadness that births you is so sad.
It is.
The whole thing. It's the first time I went there, I wept. You could smell that bloody smell. You could still smell it.
Yes.
And I always say that we thank God that this slavery issue is no more.
Amen.
Because it is not any good sin. The sight is not good to sin again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Does it make you feel closer to the people on this, like me? Does it make you feel closer to the people on the western side? People like from the diaspora. Does it make you feel like, oh, they're my long lost brothers? Or how do you feel about people on this side of the world?
I feel they are lost. I feel for them because I didn't have the chance to grow up in my homeland.
Mm-hmm.
But my father, because my father was with us, he tells us everything about that you need to know so that when we meet people who are related to us, we'll be able to know them. Yes. I happened to attend a program and then I met my kinsman. Somebody, it's my great-grandfather. There were 3 men. Mm-hmm. So they decided to travel on their different way.
Yeah.
So my father told us the story surrounding these 3 men, how they left home and has not seen each other since then.
Wow.
And he told us their names. So when I saw the hymn book with the same name, Akpakli, something just them, there was some good pimples appeared on my body. I said, wow, this person must be related to me. Mm-hmm. The person dropped the hymn book more than 4 hours and had not returned to sit on the seat. Not there till the guy returned, just to know who he is.
Yes.
So I mentioned my grandfather's name. Have you ever heard this name from your father? He said, yes. He said he is the grandfather's brother. So that is how we embraced. So if I did not grow with my father, who would tell me this? When I come to meet any of my kinsmen, how would I know? That is how I feel for all those who have been through this slave trade and were taken outside the country where they don't even know their background.
Yes.
So when one day they should meet any of their kinsmen, how would they know that this is my brother, this is my sister?
Wow. This is a very it's very heartbreaking. Every time I think about it, every time I look, I reflect on slavery and I reflect on how because, maybe Africans see us different, or sometimes we see ourselves different from Africans because the struggle is there's no word that can explain. For example, like sometimes, when you read during the time of slavery, like here, when the slave masters wanted to just be more cruel than they are, like the pregnant mothers, they would tie one rope, they would tie one rope.
And let people miscarry.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to carry that child with you.
Yeah. But let me tell you from what we understand. I said, let me tell you, because I feel so comfortable with you. So now they would tie. History says that they would tie a rope two ropes to the one side of the mother, to the one side of the pregnant mother's arm, and one side of the other pregnant, her leg, and then strap it onto horses and then beat the horses two ways. So when the horses run, then it tears the woman wide open, and right in two. And then the fetus would fall on the ground. These are some of the things that these are some of the history lessons that we live and we know. Yeah. Right. And and it was terrible. The beatings, the rapings, the picking cotton in the cornfield it was gruesome. One of these days we're going to sit down around the table and we're going to really share the story, not the stories that are really in the books, because some of those stories are not accurate. But
not true. Yes,
right.
They are not accurate. They are not true.
Right. And we want to tell the story from our side. We want the people, the continental Africans, to understand exactly. Even today in this country, there's so much racism. Not because you did something wrong, but because of the color of just because you were born beautiful like the sun, beautiful under the sun. You were born, as they say, we are children of the sun. You were born like the earth. You're dark brown, or your skin is black like the midnight. My father is one of those dark skinned person. And life, the people who don't look like us treats us less than humans. But that is for another story, But before you go, what do you think needs to happen for the Africans in Africa and the Africans outside of Africa? How can we come together as a family? Is there a way, you think? What do you think we need to do?
Africans, we at home,
yes,
we have to understand one another.
Yes.
That nobody will do what we want. Nobody will do what we want for us. We have to work hard to attain the esteem goal and the self-esteem that we want. And the Africans in diaspora, what I've told them this afternoon is that all hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. There's this poem by Koku Anyudoho called Riverbed. Riverbed. He said that the riverbed laid its egg in our house, referring to the whites. Yeah. And when you read the poem, the riverbed that laid its egg in the only continent, Africa, that we have. And then after laying its egg there, it tells us how we should live in our house. We should. So, Africans in diaspora, all is not lost. We are ready to welcome you at any time. Amen. That you want to come home. We are ever ready to receive you. We are always praying for the day that you come and we receive you gladly in our arms. Amen. Amen. Yes. Thank you. So, search that poem and read it. The Riverbed.
The Riverbird. B-I-R-D, the bird, Riverbird.
River.
Yeah, okay.
W-I-V-R.
Okay.
The Riverbed.
Okay, awesome. I will be reading it. I will be reading it.
Yes,
I thank you so much, my dear sister Esinam from Ghana. You're living in Dansoman. Is that your town where you're living now?
Yes, I live in Dansoman.
Okay.
At the school compound. I'm a house mistress.
Okay, that's great. It's such a pleasure to have you here on The Voice of Africa. And this is something that we will do at least once per week. I'll talk to different people from the continent. And also sometimes we will look at, as time goes by, we will look to see if there's, because like Brother Sam may have told you, like, we had donated books to the student, to Akusi, and then to another school. So sometimes as things goes by and as we plan and we talk more about Africa's Voice, if the students have needs or so, we will see what we can do on this side to help them, even in a small way. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much.
Yes. We will see what we can do, definitely, because I want us to bridge the gap. I want the voice of Africa to become my voice, and my voice to become the Africa's voice.
Voice of Africa.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes.
Once again.
Okay. Can you tell us something? Tell us something. Say something, even though I don't understand it. But say something to us in your language. Huh?
Fofonyo, Davinyo, Amayo kata me la fimade, Niga ngobo, Afe, Jumonyo ma diapo, Ya don kwafe, and ya tropo. I said, my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, no matter how beautiful, no matter how comfortable you are at somebody's town, it will never be your hometown. Make time and come home. Home sweet home.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much
for the opportunity. I'm grateful.
Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you too. And that was our very beautiful, beautiful own sister, Esinam from Ghana. And she has been a source of inspiration to us. So my dear sister, we'll talk some other time again and we will keep in touch. This will not be the last. I thank you and I love you. I love you and I thank you. Thank you for being on The Voice of Africa. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Yes, of course. Wow. Yes, teacher Esinam from Africa, from Ghana. That was so beautiful. I felt so alive, just by talking to her. Every day we hear, because sometimes it's just the negativity. We hear the rumor that goes on out there about Africa. We hear all these negative things. And sometimes we don't realize that the negative things that we hear is just, one or two people, but there are good people with good hearts. And I know you might say, how can I discern that from just one conversation? I don't know, but people by their spirit, and so we try to build, whether it's good or bad, we just try to build and try to accentuate the positives. So thank you again. Thank you, Brother Sam, for that connection. And we just spoke with Esinam, and she's a high school teacher there at Wesley Grammar School in Dansoman in Accra. She teaches literature in English and also the English language. She's also a drama and dance patron. Yeah. So that was The Voice of Africa.